She'll never hand you a neatly wrapped no. Instead, she'll speak in a dialect of distance, a language you need to learn to decipher. Her actions will broadcast what her words politely conceal. The reality is, many women communicate disinterest subtly. If you're not fluent, you'll exhaust yourself knocking on a door that's already been locked from the inside. Alright, let's decode this. If you're ready to upgrade your emotional intelligence and stop misreading the signals, make sure you're following this channel. What we're unpacking next might just reclaim your time and your peace of mind. You're watching that text thread, watching the hours stack up, reading receipts glowing like a silent alarm. Life gets chaotic, sure. But here's the uncompromising truth. In the age of perpetual connectivity, silence is a statement. A person who is captivated will find a sliver of time, a quick emoji, a swamped talk later, to bridge the gap. But when her replies are perpetually marooned on read, when her responses are skeletal and devoid of energy, it's not a scheduling conflict. It's an energy deficit. Watch her digital footprint. She's active. She's engaging with the world, just not with you. That's not being busy. That's a deliberate demotion in priority. Don't romanticize it as hard to get. Genuine interest is a magnet, not a maze. Pay attention to the flow of energy. If you are the sole architect of every conversation, the only one ever casting a line into the silence, you're not building a connection. You're conducting a monologue. When someone is genuinely intrigued, they become a co-author of the story. They'll send a song, an article, "This made me think of you." A lack of initiation isn't tradition or timidity. It's the absence of magnetic pull. This imbalance turns your dynamic into an emotional subsidy. You're funding it entirely alone. A vibrant connection requires a reciprocal current. If hers is absent, the circuit is broken. Words can be diplomatic, but the body is a brutally honest narrator. When interest is absent, her physical presence will tell you. It's in the fortress of crossed arms, the subtle retreat of her torso, the gaze that finds exit signs more fascinating than your face. It's a closed circuit. Contrast this with engaged attraction. The lean in, the effortless laughter, the unconscious mirroring of your gestures. Politeness is a social contract. Attraction is a physiological response. You cannot negotiate genuine body language. If her physical presence is building walls instead of bridges, trust the message. Life happens. Once as an accident, twice a coincidence. But a pattern of last-minute cancellations, especially with vague, non-committal rescheduling, maybe next week, is a neon sign. People move mountains for what they value. They protect it. They show up. When you consistently become the plan that gets erased, you're not a priority. You're a placeholder. This cycle doesn't just waste your time. It devalues your sense of worth. You prepare, you anticipate, only to be met with a void. Hope is replaced by the hollow echo of an excuse. Gauge the temperature of her curiosity. Does she inquire about the details of your life? Does she remember the story you told her about your project or your family? Investment sounds like, "How did that presentation go?" Or, "You seemed stressed yesterday. Everything okay?" Disinterest, however, is a flatline. It's conversational dead ends, forgotten details, and a palpable lack of engagement. You feel the emptiness. It's the sensation of sharing your world with someone who isn't truly visiting. You're pouring your emotional capital into an account that yields no return. Listen carefully when other men enter her narratives. A woman who is truly focused on building a potential with you will not casually dangle other men in the conversation. It's not innocent. It's strategic. Whether it's to gauge your reaction, or simply because her mind is elsewhere, it signals, that you are not the sole focus of her romantic imagination. When she is lit up by stories of others in a way she never is with you, hear the subtext. She is showing you where her attention truly lies. This is the grand synthesis of all the signs. You are not her first choice. You are her contingency plan. You fit into the cracks of her schedule, not at the foundation of it. She engages when it's effortless and disappears when it's not. The moment you recognize this hierarchy is the moment you reclaim your power. Stop negotiating for crumbs of attention. Your energy is a premium resource, invested in someone who offers a reciprocal return. The second you walk away from a dynamic that undervalues you, you open the door for one that truly will. So I'm curious, which of these silent rejections have you learned to translate the hard way? Let's talk about it below. If this reframe resonated with you, let me know and pass it along to anyone who needs to see it. For more on navigating the unspoken languages of connection, stay with us here.